Yo, what's going on, guys? Now, if you guys seen this, the Square Enix showcase for E3 has just ended, and they showed Avengers finally. Now, I just want to give a shout out to my stream. Like, they had people waiting on me to stream, bro. That was a good feeling, man. I appreciate the people that really came out, because that really meant a lot. Now, we finna get into the Avenger trailer. Now, if you guys enjoying this, make sure you leave a like and comment and subscribe, and make sure you turn on post notifications so you can know whenever I upload a video or go live. So, let's get into the story. Now, for what I've gathered from the story, Avengers, they are opening the West Coast Avengers building, but they are interrupted by foes. Now, in this trailer, we were able to see Taskmaster and Abomination when he was fighting the Hulk. Those are the only two villains we get to see in the trailer. Now, I don't know about the enemy faction that they have in there. I'm not really sure. I was looking it up and I couldn't find it. But all I know is that we see Taskmaster and we see Abomination. Now, Cap is inside the helicarrier, trying to stop from the enemies from taking the reactor that's in the helicarrier. Now, I'm not sure if it's the Tesseract. If I'm correct, I think that's what Iron Man said or Captain America said. And with Cap doing that, he ends up sacrificing himself, or basically the reactor explodes. And when this reactor explodes, it destroys the helicarrier. And it destroys the whole West Coast. Like, it is like a wasteland. And with this happening, all the Avengers were blamed for this, and they dissembled. Now, with this going on, everybody split their ways. Thor left his hammer on Cap's grave. Iron Man was full of guilt and let himself go. Black Widow was nowhere to be found. And Bruce, he was the only one that kept hope. Like, he know it wasn't their fault, but he knew, he told Tony that he knew that something was wrong with the reactor in the helicarrier, and Tony just didn't care. He just was ready to get it out, and with that happening, it caused Cap's death. So that's probably why Tony is really getting hit hard the most when it comes to this. Now, the rest is basically a new threat comes along, and with this, they have to reassemble. And guys, when I say they got outer space gameplay with Iron Man, it was lit, bro. Oh my god, bro, it was so lit seeing it first time. Now we finna get into the character designs. Now, I saw a few people in my stream, they talked about Captain America's style. Now, I kinda can agree with them, because Captain America, he has more of a military type look, more than, you know, his average look when he's, you know, at the different adaptations of Captain America. Is very different and more military look, like, more military like, and he has more armor plated on him, by the way. So he usually doesn't wear that, but honestly, I don't see that much of a problem with it, because, you know, Square Enix, they go add their little touch of everything. They added their touch on the designs for all the characters, by the way, so I could get that out the way. So we got that done with Cap. Now, for Thor, his design look more of like a god / warrior type, because if you see his chest, the chest is probably the only problem I have about it. It's just the way the circles are on his chest. It just looks really weird, but he is very different from any other Avenger games that he's appeared in. It is way different, and his cape is really cool. Like, I like how it doesn't just hang off of two circles, two pillars holding it down. It's like a cape is around his neck, so it's pretty cool. I like it. It's like hanging off his shoulders a little bit, so I really like the design what they did for Thor. Now, for Iron Man, I can't really say that with Iron Man. Iron Man just looked like Iron Man, but you know, Square Enix, they added their little design to it. Now, I like it. His design, it looks like the mark from the first Avengers that he has on in this one, so it looks pretty cool. Now we finna head on to Hulk and Banner. Now, Banner, he looks more like a middle-aged type, so he looks pretty kind of accurate what Bruce would look like when it comes to his age, so I give him kudos to that. Now we finna get into the Hulk. Now, the Hulk looked just like the Avengers Hulk from 2012, the way he was built and the way he was standing, you know, gorilla type a little bit. So it was pretty cool seeing him, you know, just mess over stuff, throwing tanks and all that. So it was pretty cool. I liked it. I loved it. Now, for Black Widow, the only thing they really did about Black Widow, they made her hair really big, really long. And her design was really nice. I like the way they did it. I like the way she had the little mark on her belt as she usually do. So it was pretty cool. I like the way they did Black Widow. It was pretty cool. Now we finna get to the gameplay. We was able to see a little bit. We didn't get to see a lot of gameplay. Now when they come out with some gameplay, I will do a video on that, breaking down everything that I see about that. Now for the gameplay, we was able to see it in the trailer. We was able to see Iron Man in action, Thor in action, Hulk in action, and Cap in action. Cap in action was pretty really cool. And we got to see Black Widow. Now we're gonna start off with Iron Man and Thor. Now Iron Man and Thor, it is very cinematic. When I say they was not lying when they say it was so cinematic. Bruh, it is amazing how they do it. Like, it's so much stuff going on at once. Like Iron Man, he was just getting shot by enemies, and he did a barrel roll and explosions going off and everything. And he was doing his repulsor beam from his chest, the unibeam. It was just amazing. I love the way they did that. And now for Thor, he did the slam. He did the slam like I was talking about back in Infinity. Well, he didn't do the Infinity War slam, but he did the slam that did like a shockwave of lightning in front of him. So it was pretty cool seeing that. I kind of called it a little bit in my last video. So yeah. Now we finna get into the Hulk. My big dog Hulk, man. They did Hulk justice in this. I really like the way they did Hulk. Like Hulk was such a really like an unstoppable force that he was. As soon as he jumped down from the helicarrier after transforming to the Hulk, the dude went into action. Like as soon as he was running, he throwing cars out of his way like it was nothing. He just jumping. He does a super jump in this as well. He jumps off the edge of a broken bridge, just jumps straight on a tank and just smash it. He does his Hulk smash. Oh man, it was. If you're a Hulk fan, you just gonna be really proud of this. That's why I'm like just so happy to see Hulk really doing this thing. And then as soon as Hulk landed on a tank, he threw it like it was nothing. And also he kicked the soldier. He kicked the little soldier. It was pretty funny how the way he did that. And yeah, after that, it was when Cap died. We got some gameplay of Cap just wrecking people. It was cool seeing Cap wreck people. But after we seeing that, he dies supposedly, and everyone's going through their little phase. And when everybody has to reassemble, we see more gameplay of Thor. He look like he's sliding down a building throwing lightning. And we get to see like a cinematic cutscene of Iron Man, kind of reminiscent of Iron Man 1 when the tank shot at him and he like dodged it a little bit. And he turned around and shot his missile, so it was pretty cool. I caught it. I caught the little Easter eggs, and also we got to see Abomination and Hulk fight, and we got to see Iron Man in space, and that was pretty cool seeing that. And for the last thing we was able to see Hank Pym at the last, at the end of the trailer. You know how Marvel is when it comes to the after the trailers and stuff. So we got to see Hank Pym. He's more middle age. He looked like he's in his 30s or 40s. And yeah, he doing what he averagely do. He just make things small. He goes big. Well, he doesn't go big in this trailer, but he turns a 4-legged, 6-legged tank into like a small toy looking thing. So it was pretty cool seeing that. And we got some information on this. If you guys didn't know, I'm just gonna start off with the release date. It comes out May 15th of 2020. If you guys didn't know. And also for you PS4 people, guess what? We get early access to the beta. They have an early access beta for PS4, exclusive content just for PS4 people. And they also said there's no loot box or pay to win in this game. So for all you people that hate loot boxes and pay to win, you will rejoice for this. Now I really feel bad for the other consoles when it comes to this. They really got messed over. But yeah, that's just how it is with PS4. But honestly, tell me what you guys thought about this, cause I was amazed on how they look. You could tell Square Enix put their little design in it. You could just tell the way they are. If you ever play a Square Enix games, you could just tell. But honestly, I'm really hyped for this. I'm gonna be reviewing this all over my channel. till it comes out, and when it comes out, we go really just go in. Now, tell me what you guys thought about the trailer. I thought it was amazing. I loved it. And yeah, just we're gonna have a discussion in the comments. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And have a good day.